Hey everybody, welcome to Controversial Reality, where we'll be discussing controversial topics. Today's topic is Islam and the marriage of multiple wives. Why does Islam encourage or permit men to marry four wives, and how did that concept come about? Ali is here with me to further discuss this topic.
Thank you for having me. What we need to understand is Islam did not come with the concept of having multiple wives.
Yeah.
Rather, it was very common to have many wives before Islam. So to say that Islam or the Prophet Muhammad came with this concept is nothing further from the truth. Islam allowed the marriage of four wives because of the ratio of men to women, which was 1 to 4.
What do you mean 1 to 4? Like, how is that possible? Because in recent times, it's always been somewhat even, you know what I mean? 1 to 4 is an extraordinary number, so how is that possible?
Well, it's kind of straightforward. Men would go into battle, leaving their wives and children to bear for themselves. So women would then resort to prostitution in order to make ends meet and take care of themselves and their children.
Yeah.
And you can imagine how that can affect the society. Because of that, Islam permitted the marriage of four wives to keep women dignified and honorable. Women then would no longer need to sell themselves in order to provide, as it's the obligation of the husband in Islam to fully provide and take care of the wives and the children.
But as we can see today, women are very successful and are more capable of taking care of themselves. How does this concept take place in the world today?
Good question, and it's a very common one. A lot of people look down on Islam and say this religion encourages men to marry four wives, but they do not further care to investigate the laws that have to be strictly followed in order for a man to have a second, third, or fourth wife.
Yeah.
Also, there must be a valid reason to do so. The Quran states in Surah An-Nisa, verse 129, "Howsoever you may try, you will never be able to treat your wives equally. But do not incline to one exclusively and leave the other suspended. Yet if you do the right thing and are just, God is verily forgiving and kind." This Quranic verse clearly states that the man has to be just and fair between wives and treat them equally. And if one is not able to do so, then he is prohibited to marry.
Okay, but some might say that men can take advantage of this and marry four wives just because Islam allows it and the Quran also states it.
The Quran is the constitution for Muslims.
Yeah.
So there must be a leader to enforce these laws. And that leader must be knowledgeable of the Quran and appointed by God. The person appointed by God can justly modify these laws to fit in the society of his time. So just because people of the Islamic faith take advantage of that does not mean Islam or the Quran is to blame.
Okay, thank you for the discussion, Ali.
Thank you.
To conclude this episode, the perception that people have of Islam that it encourages the men to have multiple wives is incorrect. Rather, it was very common even before the religion of Islam. Islam allowed the marriage of four wives with certain guidelines and regulations so that the rights of the woman on the man are fixed and just. Thank you all for watching. Tune in to another episode for another controversial topic.